What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Operation Monsterforce from the Apophis Legion. We have their Reconnaissance Unit Trooper. So this is a pretty cool looking one. If you saw my Phantom Core Trooper, which I hope you did, um, during that review, I mentioned that I got those guys for a specific reason, and I got this one for the same reason, just to kind of build like a zombie um, undead army for a little scenario with some mole rats. Everybody getting infected. Um, just kind of like being indiscriminate, and then these guys having to come out, and then Joe and Cobra kind of fighting them together. So, trying to save themselves, that sort of thing. But they look awesome because you had the mole rats that are infected characters, and then these guys look like they fit in as soldiers. So, thought it would be a pretty cool scenario. But they are different styles. I believe camo wise, that sort of thing. We'll see that probably in the comparison. But yeah, this is the front of the box here. This is from Big Bad's, what do they call it? Their workshop. So you got Operation Monsterforce. You got the side. You got the Reconnaissance Trooper. We got the back. Shows him. Looks pretty cool. A little bit of a story bio there. And then we've got other figures in the wave. And that Phantom Core Trooper is the one that I did the review on already. This is the one we're taking a look at. This guy looks pretty cool. He fit in pretty nice with as dead Cobra Troopers, maybe something like that. Then I guess this is the normal version, and I do need to get the general also. It'd be good as like some higher ups in that whole world. But yeah, this box is pretty cool. And then you got the magnets. You got the window. Got a little bit of a comic strip, just about what happened to them. Then you've got the figure himself, which looks pretty cool. You got all these different hands here. You got him, different head sculpt, weapon. Now let's get him open and check him out. All right, so here is our rapid reconnaissance trooper outside of the packaging, and he looks pretty cool. But just off the top of my head, I feel like he looks very familiar. I feel like he looks like they just took the other one, like the Phantom, the Core Trooper, and just repainted it and then called it something else. That's the kind of initial feeling I'm getting, but we'll see when we do a comparison. But he does look pretty cool, and I like the camo on him. It's definitely different for sure with that part. But let's take a look at some of those accessories. So he gets this extra head sculpt, which looks very familiar. I mean, it looks very similar to our Phantom Core Trooper. So, but nice paint, different paint. Still looks very fleshy and wet and stuff like that. Those open wounds. That missing nose is pretty crazy to me. Like, I don't really like that because it's so creepy. Then you've got different sets of hands. So you got these fleshy hands, left and right, open palm. Love that. But you also get some fleshy trigger finger hands. Look at all that. You get the blood splatter. You get the same thing, open palms with gloved hands. This look pretty good. Like the black gloves. Then you get some like C grip hands. Then you get a pair of fists. And that's it for those hands. He does come with this machine gun. This little, I want to say it's a submachine gun. Really, that's a collapsible stock. It doesn't fold in. Then it'd be pretty sub. There's this nice black, and then you got this nice like gray dry brushing on it. Little scope on there. Hole on the end so you could plug in a little accessory. Blast effect. Man, that looks really good. Oh, the mag does drop out. Really nice. There's a bullet sculpted, but no paint. But that's okay. This thing looks really good. It feels good. Very sturdy. Doesn't give at all. I like that. This thing is awesome. You got a pistol. Same thing. Nice black with the gray dry brush. You get the stand, which I'm never going to use, but still pretty cool. You get the helmet. You got that camo going across there. Very flexible. You've got this plain badge here for this chest rig. You got a couple of ear pros that plug in. This helmet's got a different ports there for the ears with a little night vision. But yeah, these little ears will plug right in, just sculpted, no dry brushing. Oh, this guy's got another pistol, smaller one. It's like some James Bond stuff, real small. Let's see. Looks like the mag is stuck in that one. Won't come out. You got this big mag here. I wonder what's that for? Won't fit into that. I think that's the only one that came with the only rifle. Night vision for the helmet. That'll plug right in. But mine is missing the piece that actually plugs in. Right there. Oh, no, there it is. Found it. It's so small. So easy to drop these pieces and lose these pieces. Definitely try not to. I just dropped those. There they are. I just dropped those goggles. And connect that there. And then it just plugs right in there. And it just fell off again. I'll work on that later. We got this awesome hat here. I love this thing. Really cool looking. Makes it really different. Feel like you're going through the swamps for sure or something, you know. You get these like elbow pads. Pretty cool. Different accessories. Nice paint on there. You get this different sheath plug-in for the vest, and then the knife. Brown handle. Silver blade. Looks good. Really cool. Then you get this mask here that will plug into the helmet also. Then it'll just kind of wrap around there. Then you get a little bag with some blast effects. A little smoke effect. You've seen these with the other one. It's a really nice translucent orange and yellow. And that's it for the accessories. Looking at our Reconnaissance Trooper, he looks pretty cool. You got this nice head sculpt there. You got the folds in the forehead. The whole jawline is tore off. You got that fleshy look. Still looks wet. Great paint. Some blood on the ears. A gouge there on the side of the head. You've got some stuff on the shoulders. Nice camo again. And then you got blood splatter throughout the figure. This figure's got like a darker camo, so it's a little hard to see some of the splatters. But if you're really looking at it, you can definitely see it everywhere. Little spots here and there. Get this chunk out of the thigh here. Red and gold on those shells. This dude looks really cool. And in the calf there, you can see it looks wet. Blood on the boots. And you get this dry brushing across this here on his vest, and it looks really good. Makes that look so nice. Comms here that can unplug. Really nice vest. On the back, it's got all those details too. Blood splatter, blood splatter. Really good looking figure. articulation wise. So he's got a hinge, so the head can look down that far, which is really good. You can go back that far, really nice. It does have a joint at the base of the neck, so it does roll around and all of that, so which is really cool. Butterfly joints. T-pose goes up way past T. Got a nice little Y going. Upper bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows, hinge, rotation in the wrist. Then we get a diaphragm cut, which moves pretty okay. If you can crunch it, going forward about that far, going back about that far. Then you get that waist, ball waist, leg drops down, goes forward about that far, goes back to neutral. Upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, upper boot cut, and then the hinge and pivot in the foot and ankle. And you get yourself a really awesome articulated figure. The joints are like all the right spots, and they work good. I love the ab crunch, but his diaphragm is not bad at all. So here is our reconnaissance trooper with the nods on, with his night vision. It's just dropped down. Mine seems to pop out pretty easy. Probably heat up that little peg and then squeeze it. See if I can't get it to close a little bit tighter. But yeah, folds up, down. Got him with this little submachine gun in there. Really cool. It's weird to put him in like action poses and that sort of thing when he should be like a zombie, but you know, that's what they do story wise. They brought him back and they retained like all their training and stuff, which is pretty crazy. Take these off just because I know it's going to fall off at some point. And then just kind of show you what that would look like. So I'm not going to plug that in, but that is what it would look like. And then with just the ears. And I found on the last one it's a lot easier to do when you take the helmet off. But you know, you get your ears on like that. We've got that holster there. Got a pistol in there. And he had a smaller pistol, so I wonder where. There we go. There gotta be a spot for it. And there sure is. Really cool one too. Right up there on the front of that chest rig. Very cool. I like that. So this dude is looking really good. We'll throw. Yeah, we'll throw the other hat on. I was gonna pop the head off and swap it out, but check that out first. Pretty crazy. Nice little look there. I prefer this head sculpt compared to the other one that's here. The other one, again, the other one having no nose is pretty creepy to me. I don't like it, but if you're gonna army build them, you want them to look as different as you can. So yeah, that's him right there. I mean, he looks great like that, just kind of standing there looking at you. Then you're wondering like, why is he holding a rifle if he's dead? Kind of throws you off there. Those elbow pads. I guess I would use them since they're there. I guess you can use them to kind of differentiate certain characters. Not everybody needs to be wearing it, I guess. I don't know. If you're going to be buying multiples of these guys, you're going to want them to dress a little different, maybe. Maybe certain things got taken off of them before they didn't make it. But yeah. We've been using these gloved hands. Some fleshy hands. Different character, you know? He wasn't wearing gloves at the time. Yeah. Looks pretty cool. Pretty crazy. Nails it. I won't throw all the hands, you know, or trigger fingers, just trigger finger. But it's a pretty good look at the different hands, the colors. Doesn't quite match the face paint. Well, he's probably got camo on his face because it does match the ears, so he probably painted his neck and his face in camo before everything went down. Ears are exposed, the hands were exposed. Yeah. All right, so comparison time. Um, they are pretty much the same, just like I had a feeling they were. Um, the difference here is the chest rigs. You can see these two are the same. These are my core troopers, so they're going to be looking the same, just different head sculpts, that sort of thing. Plus, this one's got the gloves on it. This one's got the fleshy hands. So same fleshy hands, just slightly different paint apps. A little more yellowy. This one's a little more gray. We'll take this hat off here. And we'll look at these. So if you can see right there, the beards, the face, exactly the same. All the way down to the little fleshy bits. It's just painted a little bit different. This one is the same sculpting. It just one just has it all red. This one has a little bit of like layering to it. The cheeks, a little blood on the ears there versus this one didn't, but the same stuff. No nose, got the same beard. Same little hole in the cheek right there. Same fleshy marks in the shoulders. Forearms, the hands again, the legs. You can see in the boots where it's tore. The pant leg is tore, so it exposes more boot on one. This one's still good. Now there's a little different there. This guy had little pants, longer pant legs on this side, and this one has his pant legs tucked in here. So yeah, lower leg portion right there is just a little different. But the other leg is the same. So that's the difference there. Same holster, same thigh wound, same belt, different colors. The neck area seems to be the same. Like in the clothes, the collar, just different colors. So more similarities than anything. Just threw a different rig on it. Now he did have the other head sculpts, and of course this one I got both of them out. So that's the bearded version, and then we've got this head sculpt here. Now this guy was the alternate one for that one, and they are exactly the same also. So this guy has the same outline, the sculpting. It's just they threw red paint all along the whole entire bottom to make it look like it was tore off. But it's the same sculpt. It's just that paint on top. Same nose. Same wrinkles in the forehead. Same hair sculpt. This one just has a wash in it. So yeah, same gash on the side of the head. Pretty cool how they did that though. It looks almost different because they put it all across the entire bottom. Makes it look like it's all been torn off. So that was really cool. I like that. Really nice way to do that. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much a lot more similarities than anything. A couple things changed. Again, the chest rigs, the boots, or that lower portion of the leg from the calf down. This guy had the elbow pads. Yeah, pretty cool. So that's going to be it for this review. Overall, I feel pretty much the same way as I did with the Phantom Core Troopers with these guys. I really like the figure a lot. I think the plastic quality feels really good. The paint apps are where it really shines. It looks really nice. There's splatter everywhere. There's so much detail in this guy. Um, the articulation is really good. I think I like the accessories it came with. I like the hat, the rifle. Rifle's really cool. Really like that a lot. But yeah, pretty much the same stuff that this guy came with. And that's another thing is like they're so similar. I don't know how you guys will feel about it with them being pretty much reuse, like hardcore reuse, I guess. There's only a couple of things that are different, but you do definitely get like a different feel for it. Like it's definitely a different character, different scenario, different, where they were fighting. Because this guy does have more like jungle camo, darker camo, which is one of the things I do like. I like that camo. It's something I haven't really seen since I was younger, but yeah, really, really, really nice. Again, those paint apps, but again, there's so many things that are similar about it. I don't know if maybe you'll like one more than the other and feel like you don't need the other one, um, just because it's so similar. But maybe you have a certain camo you're looking for, that type. Maybe you want more jungle, darker, or a little lighter. Maybe it's up to you. It's up to you, of course. But yeah, that's probably one of the things that maybe I would look at. Where's your scenario, and then does it does it fit? Do you need the other ones? I don't know, but that's why I'm trying to show you everything that I can, so that you can make that choice for yourselves. As always, I'm just trying to help out and show you, help you out in some way. I'm curious to know though if this is, you're getting both of them, only one style, just because they're similar. Are you going to figure out a way to make extra soldiers? I mean, you've got these head sculpts; they're very similar. You could swap them. You got two head sculpt for the figure, and you've got the mask that you could put on. But I don't really want to wear that mask because it kind of defeats my purpose again. Being all zombified, that's more soldier fighting, and I don't want that for my undead guys. Um, so I got to figure out a way to get more faces that can fit on there, different faces, because I don't want them all to be looking the same beards, same missing nose, sort of thing. But they are really cool, and I think having a couple of them definitely helps out. But where do you go from there? It's definitely going to be a creativity thing. So yeah, that's going to be it for this review. And as always, I hope it helped you out in some way. Curious to see what you're going to do or hear about what you're going to do. Maybe you'll put it in the comments, that sort of thing. But I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.